Jorge Andres Matarrita Mañón. New York, New York. Mother's Dominican, father Costa Rican. My mother Asuana, my father Limoncillo. Limon, other words of Costa Rica. To Salem, Massachusetts, and then back to the Dominican Republic. But I always stayed artistic. My family always been artistic, and it has influenced me to be artistic. And pushing the button, there's no let's say limit to what you want to do. You could draw someone beautiful and coming out of something ugly. So there's nothing really that, let's say, is art. Art has never been supposed to have been. My mood, my energy, mostly wildness, expressing ideas of, I don't know, frustration, elevation, whatever you want to say. It's mostly freestyle. A lot of people don't really like say that I paint well, but I see myself going further than this, and always progressing every year I change. And doing live paintings lately has been very fun, but it's never been pressure. There's no pressure in it. And as you can see, the machine starts to click, and then I start to go. Take my art in different venues. There's shirts that we are talking about, my family about to come out with this M square, and it's pretty fucking hot what we got. It's a combination of fine arts, work for people. I actually do stuff like design tattoos, design little things here and there for people, logos, and I'm very creative, and that's why people like me. Got a different idea. I'm left-handed. Maybe that gives me a little boost, but whatever. I see my art exploding. And just right now I'm working on a couple of things. I don't want to get too much into it, but see the sunshine en la arte departamento. Painting and inking is two different things. For me, I love them both. Ink gives you a lot of depth. So depending on what kind of pen you got, you can get at it. You can fade and you can shade with it very well, and it gives you a lot of features that you can't get out of paint, because one brush, if you get a skinny brush, maybe you come with the same detail. What the difference is take you a little longer to get that detail than what it would be with a pen. That's why I think that's why you come into painting, to get that challenge and to show people that you could do anything you could do.
What's the difference between you and other painters and sketch artists?
Oh, it's a big difference between me and a lot of painters. People like to copy. I like to invent. I mean, it's a big difference. I mean, it is a big difference. I could just imagine a dog with his ears falling off, or make a dog with wings, with no problem. And someone else has to copy a dog, or have to stare and sit down and I'll try to go a little, like, look, alright, you already did this. You already know how an animal looks. You already know how a plant looks. You already know how this looks. So why don't you just make your own, or change the color or play with it. And people just, what they do is just copy pictures and change the colors, and then, oh wow, it's different. Yeah, it's a little different, a little funky, whatever it is. It probably looks good, Hey, congratulations, but that doesn't make you an original artist. You're not someone who could think for yourself. You actually are copying something just to make yourself better.
What makes you different? What's your technique that makes it different from others?
My technique is just keep open mind. A lot of people don't have an open mind, or no concept of imagination, or like I'm 30 years old, and I still got an imagination like a 5-year-old. I'm running through the prairie, sword in my hand, and cutting a dragon down. Yeah, I could still do that. That's right. My nephew used to run like this. I used to run like that too. Following him.
So when you get older, what do you want to leave behind?
Maybe a comic book or two, or a movie or two, like some art, something that you always see, like sculpture, something that you'd be like, oh, this guy actually did this, and that's, I mean, you try to leave something behind, and usually it's your kids, because that's what you leave behind. Your kids come out to be what you are. You know, the installation of what you have in your mind. Let's say the way you raised them, you want them to be better than you in certain ways, or have things that you didn't have. And then art, if you don't have a child, that's what you're leaving behind. You leave out, this is what you did, this is how hard you worked. Maybe you could understand the way I did it, and you could do it the way I did it. Like, oh my god, this guy was so great and so fresh and so fast and did so much stuff that, you know, how he did that, he pushed himself to maybe motivate somebody else. But, you know, I always talk to people and motivate them. You know, you could do this better, you could do this better, you know how you do this, you do that. You can just compare. You can't just always have a flat face. You can't always have a circle face. You know, you always got to play with it. Everybody got different face. Everybody got different nose. You can't be the pretty girl all the time and playing drawing. You draw a fat girl with cellulites. Come on. Oh, skin and bones, you know. Yeah, it's good. Maybe skin and bones is alright if you're trying to get anatomy into you. You know, oh, this is the muscle flow, this is the bones. But you can't just always make a naked girl like that. You gotta make a fat girl. You gotta make an Indian girl, a flower. You know. And I'm an art with principle. And I come out of stuff like, you know, and I don't think it would have been me if it wasn't for my brothers and sisters. And for artists, I thrive into creative, crazy, funky stuff. It's mostly stuff that people don't usually think about or usually see. I play with light, I play with colors. I don't consider me the fastest painter in the world, but I'm pretty quick. And I'm going to get quicker. These art shows I'm getting to, art battles, it's coming up soon. You're going to see a lot of me. I'm going to have fun with this, and my sister and our brothers are great supporters. Watch us and Square Arts, Jorge Matarrita from New York.
What's your art about?
My art's really about me. It's mostly about how I feel and trying to change or trying to make a new perspective or a new idea, or something different. I always want to go for beyond the norm, and I love to push the throttle. So, thank you for having me. I'm gonna leave soon.